So, Coach, first of all, let's talk about this event. It's such a wonderful thing to watch so many names in the community come together for a worthy cause. What does this mean to you to give back?
Well, it's just a great reminder how blessed we've all been. And for people to organize these types of things and then invite you, it's therapeutic for you because, I've been so lucky. My list of blessings is so long, and to have a chance to see if we can bring a smile and something good to someone else, that's the least we should do.
Yeah, and you're right. I think as much as those that are in need enjoy it, the feeling you get from giving back is indescribable, really.
It's what we should do, and thank goodness there are people that organize it and host it and just make a difference.
It's a big week.
It is.
Ohio State-Michigan week.
Right.
And you obviously coached in some games that were, at the time, called the game of the century or the biggest of all time. You hear similar talk about this one. They're 2-3. It feels like a national quarterfinal game.
Right.
How do you look at this particular game and where it stacks up in the pantheon of great matchups between the two?
Well, it's one of the best. It's different with the 4-team playoff than it was back when we were there with the 2-team playoff.
Right.
It'll be different next year with the 12-team playoff.
Do you like that?
I like a longer playoff, maybe a shorter regular season, but that's for another day. But what you can't lose sight of is that there's nothing more important than this game. The playoffs, the whatever, because your whole life, I watched it for 3 years as an assistant and 10 years as the head coach. Whenever the old guys come back, all they talk about is what their record was in that game. They don't talk about how many Big Ten championships or did they go to the national championship. It's, I was there 4 or 5 years and here was my record. And so nothing long-term is as big as this game. Now, it will impact the landscape. I don't know if the loser can get into the Final Four with the looks of all those undefeated teams and all that kind of thing, but that's not important. Don't be the loser, right?
That's what people remember.
Right?
Those gold pants, how many do you have?
Oh, man, 10.
I know you do.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah.
That has to be one of the things that you're most proud of.
Oh, there's no question. It's when you grow up in Ohio and or when you became a part of Ohio State or Michigan, you know that you were blessed to be in what we think is the greatest game of them all. It is for us. And if you have a chance to succeed in that game, that's a warm feeling that lasts a long time.
How do you see it playing out?
I've only watched Michigan on television, and I've seen Ohio State live. Michigan better come up with an answer for number 18 because he's awfully good. And I think the Ohio State defense has really found its way a little bit. You don't see them giving up the explosive plays that they did the last year or two. Obviously, they have great personnel, but it'll come down to, who makes an uncharacteristic mistake, because neither of those teams make many mistakes. Who makes the uncharacteristic special teams mistake, and who can keep the noise out. Because there's a lot of noise in Ann Arbor, and there's a lot of noise going on in Ohio, in Columbus. Who can forget that and not worry about who's going to win the game, but worry about who's going to win this play, and then the next play, and the next play. And that's the magic, I think, is staying focused on the moment that you're in, and that's hard with that spotlight so bright.
Before we let you go, on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the formula for the Browns and a path to the playoffs moving forward. Obviously, when you lose your starting quarterback, it's a huge blow. But what we've noticed about this team, and we've characterized it as a return to Tressel ball. The defense, the kicking game, the punt game. It really feels like some of your old teams at Columbus, and that method's tried and true. That style travels. Talk about why Browns fans should be encouraged, why it's not pinball football. It can win.
Right. And the tough team is going to win. At the end of the day, getting through that grind of a 17-game season and then playoffs, toughness is going to win. And I've been so impressed by the toughness of that defense, the resilience of that offense. I mean, they lose their tackles, they lose Chubb. I mean, Chubb is unbelievable. They lose the quarterback, but they haven't blinked. And I think it's a lot because of the leadership. I mean, again, I've seen them play live once, but I've seen them on TV a lot. You can see the sideline. You can see the encouragement. I remember when the kicker missed the extra point a couple weeks ago, you see Myles Garrett go up to the kicker. And you could just tell he was saying, don't worry about that. We're going to get you in position for the game winner. And it's all about the team, isn't it? And right now it looks like we have the right kind of team. Now we have to go and grind it out.
Jim, it's great to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care. Right.